I'm always delighted to be with Saul News. This has been such a leader in the conservative movement and the Republican Party.
Welcome to the Saul's Newsstand News Rewind for April 21st, 2023. Yahoo News reports, Biden will threaten Social Security and Medicare and bumble into the first default in our nation's history if he doesn't negotiate raising the debt ceiling with Republicans, Kevin McCarthy says. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy has laid down the debt ceiling gauntlet following months of Democrats and Republicans circling the looming crisis. In Monday remarks at the New York Stock Exchange, McCarthy hammered in on his desire to meet with President Joe Biden to negotiate a deal to raise the debt ceiling. Speaker McCarthy has refused to sign off on a clean debt ceiling deal, one that doesn't include spending cuts, and he said during his remarks that Biden will be responsible should the country default on its debt this summer. McCarthy confirmed during his remarks that the House will vote on a bill to raise the debt ceiling through next year in the coming weeks, which will keep the government at 2022 spending levels and limit spending growth over the next 10 years to 1% annual growth. The Washington Examiner reports, Tom Tillis and Dan Crenshaw lead new GOP effort to ban TikTok. Congressional Republicans are leading a new effort to encourage Congress to ban the use of the social media platform TikTok due to possible security threats. Senator Tom Tillis and Representative Dan Crenshaw led a coalition of 17 Republicans who urged the Senate Rules Committee and the Committee on House Administration to block fellow members of Congress from using TikTok in a letter sent on Monday. The lawmakers called the continued use of TikTok by members of Congress, despite past advisory warnings of TikTok's data vulnerabilities, quote, troublesome. Congressional lawmakers across the aisle have attempted to mitigate TikTok's reach. Senators John Thune, a Republican from South Dakota, and Mark Warner, a Democrat from Virginia, are the leads on the Restrict Act, which gives the Commerce Department the ability to restrict technology deals tied to countries that are of national concern to the United States. However, the Restrict Act has been criticized for fears of broad governmental overreach beyond TikTok and infringing on free speech. And finally, Axios reports, record number of Americans say they're politically independent. A Gallup poll last month found that a record 49% of Americans see themselves as politically independent, the same as the two major parties combined. Gallup analyst Jeff Jones says a big reason for this change is driven by younger generations. Jones also points to a megatrend, the disillusionment with the political system, U.S. institutions, and the two parties, which are seen as ineffectual and too political and too extreme. Every election since 2004, except 2012, has seen the White House, Senate, or House flip control. Antsy, unsatisfied independent voters are the reason. This trend means rising future challenges to the might and money of the two traditional parties and helps explain how volatile and evenly split our politics are. Once again, we'll let President Joe Biden have the last word.
But we have 1,000 billionaires in America. You know the average tax rate they pay? 8%. 8%.
And that concludes your Saul's Newsstand News Rewind for April 21st, 2023. For more political news faster, visit saulsnews.com.